Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for April 10th, and today we will be playing Clairvoyant with Blaze of Brigade, going from Vengewood to Radiant Market and then up against Argoloth. Again, haven't really gone through patch notes or anything like that, haven't really dug into the new patch that much, so we're experiencing everything for the first time, relatively fresh. And I'm very interested to see what happened with Clairvoyant because of, well, I felt like they're okay in solo, and because of their competency in multiplayer, they've been kind of held back a bit. So I'm hoping that we sort of worked out something for 1.0 that allowed them to be a little bit more singular besides just standing on the edge of the map and hoping that everything walks into our orb radius. Anyways, our modifiers here is Vestige Trade Up, I believe it's called. This top one here, at the end of each book, all your vestiges are shuffled with random ones of one tier higher. Right off the bat, I'm very interested because of the fact that usually random effects like this are random. Like, you can't precede stuff like when you choose choices usually, and then something random happens thereafter. That's I probably didn't explain that well. I've had it proven to me that yes, the fights are exactly the same. Obviously, where you position yourself might change where people move in the fights, but anything that is a random chance, like your percent chance to crit, random output of like say a vestige or something, those are random. So it's sort of weird in dailies that we would have something like this because getting a random +1 up tier that could be literally anything is obviously like a huge disparity factor. And when this was first released, it also had a problem where it could give you vestiges that aren't even associated with your character, which would then either do nothing or completely break the game. So hopefully they've resolved that, but we'll see about that. Anyways, what I was interested in is if you guys are watching this seed and you know exactly what you took and all that stuff, I'd like to know exactly how different that is. Like, did your first vestige just become something completely different? And I chose the first one, or did I choose a different one and it became the exact same vestige, which is much less likely. Anyways, we also get Bombits and Little Lusk to appear each turn during villain and guardian encounters. That's actually quite notable because unless we figure out a way to deal with them, Clairvoyant does have decent AoE, but they are very susceptible of getting swarmed, especially by Bombits and later Little Lusks, because they have a ton of base health unless that was reduced. And then, of course, Eager Foes, last two waves of all combat spawn at once. This is, again, just creating an issue of how do we deal with a screen full of enemies. Generally speaking, Clairvoyant is, okay, make sure that you have maximum spirit charges and use Spirit Bomb. That's a very good solution. But that means that we can't use Spirit Bomb until turn 2, which sort of makes sense. And then, of course, making sure that as many enemies as possible spawn in on there. Again, we're pretty much, unless something's changed, we want to put ourselves on the edge of the combat arena as much as possible and sort of like coerce people to surround us there in a fan, which would leave overlapping our AoE on as many enemies as possible. Not really a fun way to play Clairvoyant, in my opinion, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, we have Blaze of Brigade that does give us guaranteed access to Incendiary. Personally, I'm not a fan of always show up in binding drafts. Of course, the one that I do like is, it might even have been changed, I don't know yet. The security operative or something like that, that guarantees that, or makes it more likely for you to get Hook, Smoke Bomb, and one of the skills that I actually don't care about, Quicken. And I think that that's a very good skill because the skills that they give you are good. You're not necessarily always going to need incendiary in a build, but I suppose if you're going into a burn build, you would want incendiary to show up. I don't necessarily think that that's the case, and it just removes options for you in the future. Again, I obviously see that this is for people who want to say, hey, I'm doing a burn build, and it gives them the primary binding that allows them to do that. Absolutely great. But in dailies, this seems like more of a hindrance in most cases instead of actually a benefit. Anyways, enough of that stuff. We can go ahead and into the book. Hopefully today we do better than yesterday. One thing that I did notice, not really notice, I should have known about it ahead of time because I was kind of in on there on the conversation, is that the Guardians have variants now. They're not always the exact same boss. Now, I would kind of like if we had the ability to see that ahead of time. That's something that was available on Monster Train. You were able to go ahead and look at, okay, I have this version of this boss, I have this version of this boss, and this is my final boss. So then you were able to plan your build accordingly. In Inkbound, we have a lot less choice, in my opinion, over our build besides augments. But obviously, you could make better decisions if, say, there's a phase that's more susceptible to burst damage or requires more AoE, instead of just looking at the boss itself and being like, okay, Lusk requires more AoE than other bosses. Huh. Spirit Bomb isn't a bad idea. It... Is this old? Seems a little crazy for a green for Clairvoyant. But that's very good. It's pretty much what we're looking for. Usually I don't like using 2 Will for 100 damage in a large area. But using 2 Will for 300 damage in a large area is very good. If we can somehow manage to dispatch enemies, keep our psionic charges, then obviously that helps. It also helps because we're able to discharge our Spirit Bomb, and assuming that the order of operations works correctly, not lose our psionic charges, so then we still get doubled hazard aura and any other effects that might be looking at our number of psionic charges. And theoretically, we could use this every single turn in that case, and that is pretty good. Like that. This alone, like, pretty much negates my one problem with Spirit Bomb. That's huge. I don't think it's going to help our turn 1, though. I don't know if there's anything that will help our turn 1. We're going to have to take a look at our vault. Steady Tortoise? That certainly doesn't help our turn 1. Powder Monkey doesn't help our turn 1. We're primarily... Yeah, we're still primarily magic. Telekinesis is physical. Oh, did they up that? That's crazy. 75. Okay, so that didn't really change. I think that might have been 50 before. I'm going to have to go through and do damage per turn simulations for everybody again. I think we're re-rolling here. I'll be honest, it might be Silence Metronome. It doesn't really help our turn 1, but we really need like all the help that we can get. If we can pulse twice, pulse or pulse, we could move the telekinesis ball. So long as we kill one enemy, then we can Spirit Bomb, which does 300 in an area, which is not enough. It's not enough. But I think it's as close as we're going to get. Ink Needle Compass also isn't technically bad. It's just not a very good fight 1 investment. I think the 50 magic damage is like as good as we can get here. It's going to get changed into something else anyways. So maybe we shouldn't even have rerolled for that. I don't feel like the fact that we have up tier rerolling is going to change us wanting Quillings. Don't think that plays a factor there. Maybe if we would have rerolled more times, we would have wanted to have offset the money that we spent to reroll, but not really. And bring y'all up here. That is a frickin' problem. What the frick? I think we're gonna have to use this barrier potion immediately. Pulse. Orb. Pulse. Did I not? That is annoying. Okay. That's an F8 already. What is it called? Psionic sapping? Alright. Yeah, we did not set ourselves up for success. That is good to know. I'm not going to use this. We're going to lose the turn anyways, so we might as well just hold. Guess we might as well do something like that and get that hazard aura in there. That's like incredibly annoying. Excuse me? At the end of each book, not each battle. We should have been more choosy. Well, beep 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 beep. What does Shatter do? Bonus physical damage. I'm kind of about Boiling Muck just to liquidate it for its bonuses. It's a pretty good up tier. Harmonizing Whistle is... like, it's unfortunate that we're going to lose that. That's like bread and butter Clairvoyant. Oh well. What are you going to do? We'll take it for now, I guess. Hope that it turns into a good blue. Invig is pretty good for Clairvoyant because you can do it to your Spirit Bomb, especially knowing that it might have a crit or something. Yeah, I think that Invig is great on Clairvoyant. Incendiary. Did you get buffed? What in the frick? I was thinking that Incendiary did significantly less damage than this, and was still willing to pick it. Now I'm looking at it, oh, your cooldown went up to 5. It used to be a 3, much less burn stacks. Why would you do this? Do I actually want that now? Why is Quicken a 7-turn cooldown? Oh my god. Why? At least it's free? Oh my good lord, what is going on here? All of these look so confusing why you change this. I believe Invig came down 1 turn too. That's pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not sure that I'm taking Quicken. Is that not true though? Now that it's free, we get an additional Psychic Pulse on it. So that means that our first turn can theoretically be 3 Psychic Pulses, and then a Spirit Bomb. Is that actually good? Kind of goes into what we've been arguing for. Maybe it's still Incendiary. Quicken is also a physical binding, which is kind of highly notable while we have Harmonizing Whistle, but that's about it. It's also, if we're going into crit, it is a skill that cannot gain crit. We can turn Incendiary into some pretty big bonus damage. The thing is that if they did this to Incendiary, it really makes me wonder what the heck they did to its, I guess I could take a look, but that's going to take way too much. Like, I like over-explaining things here, but that's taking way too much of your people's time. I think we're going to try Quicken, actually. Like, I'm looking at the numbers here, and this is one of those decisions that I'm looking at it, and Instinct Bits is saying that this might actually be good. And one thing that I've noticed over the years is that Instinct Carson is way much smarter than me thinking. So we're going to try it. We're going to prove ourselves wrong. I would not mind taking a Vestigial right now, because I want to grind that. Okay. Tarnished Vault, Superior Vault. Okay, Superior Vault is blue. No, it's green. Can up tier to blue. If we get a blue, that's somewhat significant, and then that will roll up into a purple. Purples are generally pretty good. I think almost the opportunity of getting that is, like, worth it. But we also have some pretty gnarly skills right now that I would prefer not to have. So then that means that I want to go for augments. I think I'm going to go for augments. What is our fish? It is physical damage. Beep, beep, beep. Positively useless. At least these guys have glass cannon that take bonus damage. This is actually quite interesting right here. We're not really close enough to do anything with it. What we need is one more will. If we make one more will, this build opens up. Okay, yeah. That works exactly as I thought it would. And that's pretty decent. Because now, we have another Spirit Bomb charged. which is a huge. And we're gonna take this. I'll put this like right. I don't even think that this is really even necessary. I think, how big is... I really wish that you could see how big this is. It's moderately bigger. This should hit everything. If not, we'll just get him next turn, so... Okay, so you're going to take 50 damage at the end of the turn. We need to deal, like, quite a bit of damage that we can't deal. Huh. Oh. Unless... No, that's going to miss. That really is a shame. If we had, like, a little bit more damage, any bit of Omni damage, were we ever offered anything? Well, I suppose we could have ground up the Harmonizing Whistle, which would have given us 25 magic damage. That would have done it. Trying to think, is there anything that I can do here in order to not take damage? I don't think that that is the case. Like, that's as much damage as we could possibly do. Like, I could have hit him with telekinesis. Suppose that's what it is. We're going to take some more bonus point loss here, because we're actually going to end up with damage. Nobody to blame but ourselves. I'll tell you what, this is basically... Charging telekinesis might be it. I'm also a fan of extended pulse. I think it's charging telekinesis, because then we get our turn 1 Spirit Bomb off a lot easier. And if we can get our turn 1 Spirit Bomb off, then when we use Quicken, we can actually reduce the cooldown of Spirit Bomb itself. So this is kind of pointless. Alright. Alright, game. I think that we almost take damage here. I can see the Burnitals. Burnital would get us to a point to where it is proccing burn for us, and then we also get bonus attack damage versus enemies that have burn, which is quite notable. It's basically the same as Outlawed works with extra steps. That's the reason why I don't want to do it. The other thing is, we're going to go up to 3 Molten just to lose it at the end of the book. So, like, why? We might as well take stuff that's going to be more readily useful to us right now, which is Outlawed works. Which is going to get us enchanted, plus the 25 on it. We now do 50% more damage with our skills that we want to do, like, stuff with. I love Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is amazing. We could also probably grab Incendiary, especially now that we got the bonus status damage, basically, with all of the stuff right here. Like, that helps us with our bossing, especially on Vengewwood, Little Lusk. That is particularly why I'd like Smoke Bomb, though. Smoke Bomb's very good at solving Little Lusks. And we're not going to have Harmonizing Whistle forever to help Incendiary out, but we do have Quicken. Quicken just makes me want to use Smoke Bomb, though. I think it's Incendiary. Alright. Do I want to double grind anything here? Like, we could double grind Outlawed works. technically. It's not really a huge earn, though, is my only problem. I think we're actually going to take the binding empowerment. This is worth 2 globes? Come on, man. Holy shnikes. Are you serious? Careful who you make fun of in high school. Quicken looking kind of thick, not gonna lie. Yes. Am I willing to path for a globe for another blue? Yes. If enemy is not inflicted with burn, inflict another... Okay, you buffed this, but not this. Explain yourself. AO? Yo, Quicken. Oh, this has a glyph globe in it? That's very interesting. I think we take this. This puts us back on track. Get another Superior Vault and another Uncommon. Not bad. That is annoying. That is super annoying. Kind of at an impasse here. That was kind of a bad turn for us. I really don't want to use this right now. That'll be at the start of next turn. Oh, please gather round. Except, why are you being like this? We need to move into here so that we don't take the damage. This is so annoying. Like, super annoying. You're leaving in a turn. I need to blow you up. But I also kind of need to kill you guys. But I can't really do that. Bro, we are taking a ton of damage. You're going to take enough to dispatch you. We're going to take 5 damage. Meep a meep map. Really doesn't matter how we go about this. Took another 5 damage, so that's gonna plink us for some more. I could honestly see grabbing this. What do we have up here? We don't have a vestigial shrine. That's unfortunate. Uncommon augment. Hello? That is huge. Good buff. What is this? Are greens back to being 25%? That's so confusing. So we have a lot less damage than before. Anyways. Like, I want to see it. And I think I want to see the Burden of Wisdom, too. Like, that is kind of huge. Like, we have double damage now. Let's hit a Sea Breach. As much as we are able to... -1 will reserve for 3 combats, gain a random ascension. That's pretty huge. That's like quite considerable. What do we got here? We got a Mercurial. -1 will. It could hit Spirit Bomb and make it cost 3. Just the one thing that I'm afraid of right now. Otherwise, I would say at this point, most of Quicken's Ascensions are probably pretty good. Some of Incendiaries can be bad. Again, I don't know exactly what they look like, but just baseline Incendiary, assuming that they did just a 1-for-1 transformation there. I really wouldn't want Incendiary to have a higher cooldown, especially versus single target, because I kind of need it to also bop like multi-target. Hitting most Psychic Pulses should be fine. Hitting most Telekinesis should be fine, but can I survive with -1 will with just a Crimson Quillfish and a Mercurial Elixir? My guess is no. But I'm willing to ball. Especially with a shop here. We can afford this. -1 cooldown seems pretty good. I definitely don't want 2 of these. That's terrible. Yeah. We'll take this. Shocking Core Cap. It's like some defense. That's kind of nice, but not really what I'm looking for. I'm collecting an orb, reduce your highest cooldown by 1, plus it would also... Oh, what did we get? We got Accelerate. Gain unlimited movement for the rest of the turn. Heck. Probably the least useful one for us, but at least we got it now. I'll be honest with you. We'll take both of these. I'm not sure it's that good, but we're going to need those crits. And buying those 2 did not really guarantee us some crits, because all it did was increase our chance by 5% and increase the critical damage. You're a little gloomy. A Blight Spindle. Oh no, it's just the way you're looking. I was like, do you have a cowboy hat? Holy shit. In turn start, spawn this blight pool on the player. A little rude. A little rude. Let's do our huge. Orb. Damn, I didn't count that right. I wanted another charge on Spirit Bomb. We're going to take some damage here. I think we're going to have to just eat that. I'm a little concerned that this is where we're at with turn... whatever turn we're on. I'm not concerned we have this taken care of. I think. Maybe we don't have this taken care of. I kind of want to Spirit Bomb you, but I don't think that that's going to do it. It's not. So we might as well charge it. And if we're going to charge it, we might as well just... this is tiered here. And we'll take 1 damage. It's going to do most of the lifting for us. And if we can get away with not... Are you attacking us? No, you're attacking that. Okay, we just gotta kill everything over here. This is certainly a more interesting fight. Like, you're gonna burn anyways. We might as well not use our, any of our cooldowns or anything. I don't think that we're gonna get this in 5 turns, though. That's certainly nasty, too. I'm gonna blop you with that. Hit this. Thank you. Quite happy with that. We're going to miss turn 5, because I believe turn 5 is right now. So we're going to take a time deficit. But I think we made it. Unless I just happen to screw this up. You know what? I've been playing this whole thing like I thought that I had more will, but I do not, because I have taken my will from myself. Interesting. I am interested to see if taking damage now removes my score here. I'll do the math on that. Actually turns 1 health lost. Then just gonna, excuse me. I can't have that up while this is up. That is a little annoying. There's that. I'll do the math later. Because if we actually lose score for damage now, that's quite significant. 1 stack of Blur on Quicken is relatively okay. We are going against Argoloth, so Blur is quite notable there. Catapulting Telekinesis, I guess we've got this Crimson Quellfish. I really don't think that that's it. Combusting Incendiary is... It doubles our burn damage, pretty much. And that's supposed to be our single target solution. I could see all of these, honestly. Just you doing more damage. Seems good. I should probably heal.
Hello there, Needless.
Go ahead, Ben. Tell the Needless what...
It's your fault as much as mine, you pompous old quill. But we are sorry, Needless. We might have gone just a...
Yes, we realize your choice in the matter was, shall we say, non-existent. You were coerced by...
Bet it makes you wish you had a bit more say in matters.
And that is precisely the control we aim to guide...
Okay, everything's changed. We got Cloak of the Conspirator. Still busted as all get up. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Okay. And Quandary Machine. It's useless. Oh. Shit. At least we got T for 2. It's pretty good for us. Otherwise, a lot of these are positively garbage. I'm wondering if any of these are even good for, like, double grinding. Like, Retractokin technically bringing us up to Precision 4 at a baseline is kind of good. Inventor. Inflict a free shock on a random enemy at the first turn of combat. Like, that's pretty good, but we can't do that to both of them. Like, shoot, dude. Poisoned Heart is probably the least useful for us. Sorry. It's probably possible that we could build into it, but probably not. As far as... Oh, I can only use 2 of these. Noted. Then we're probably getting rid of Quandary Machine. Yeah, that all around did not feel like a green aug or a green modifier. Money here, rare augment, spear vault. Do I want more augments or do I want some money? We did spend some money back there. I don't know what the economy is like anymore. We might need the money. We're already losing score. Let's just go for some augments, get some better skills. That seems pretty good. It is too bad that we actually don't have the charge. Why are you guys taking two different sources of damage? Oh, that's why. You guys have lifelink. It's kind of annoying. Oh, elite enemies can no longer be healed by lifelink. That's actually quite good. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this turn here. Oh, and now you're not close enough, huh? Is that how it is? Okay, you piece. This will not kill them. We're really in a mess. Well, at least T for 2 is going to do some spot healing for us. Oh, I'm rooted! Oh no! And then -1 will. We did this to ourselves. We have only ourselves to blame. Oh man. That is just nasty. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why are you taking no damage? Because this isn't supposed to heal elite enemies. You are an elite enemy because you have an elite enemy buff. And we're getting all the F8s in today, huh? All right. So now that we're losing even more points. I don't even know how I deal this much damage right now. Like, our entire build fell apart due to Vestige trade up. Wait, hold up. I thought we had these ground up. Did it literally change all of our sets too? No, 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 no. We ground up magic power. We should have magic power, right? I'm going to have to review that because that's crazy. We kept our molten, so did we not grind magic power? I thought I did that specifically. I guess we just had all of that. I'm thinking about it now. Harmonizing whistle. Burden of wisdom. Whatever the frick the other one was. Decayed binding. Or whatever the plus 25 negative movement speed magic was. Yeah, that would be 100 magic. We didn't grind anything. Never mind. Gosh darn it. Okay. We're going to lose a lot of points now. It's going to be pretty bad. Yeah, that would explain why we're doing so little damage. We literally lost half of our damage. Holy Lord. Alright. So what do we do? Like, I don't want to take Chalice. We're going to lose it. Flaming Fist will at least activate Molten for now. Thaumaturge is permanent now, or at least until end of combat. That seems a bit degenerate. Did they change damage resist? Maybe we should have kept the ability to poison things, which we didn't have in the first place, I guess. Seems like our line out of here. Give me another aura, please, especially hexing aura. Gives us some of our damage back. Free move here is actually quite excellent. Oh, I like this. At full charge, gain 3 shield instead. Like, it's not really worth it. Like, I still wouldn't use Spirit Bomb for my shielding, but I like that. Keeps with the skill, and you could use your charges for more support style, I guess. Anyways, Prepared Telekinesis is definitely the way to go here. Make sure that we get purples on skills that are going to help us win this game. I'm thinking that I should be good to spend glyphs, right? Maybe I don't quite understand what's going on here. Not sure that that's really good, but might as well get some crits in there. Gain damage aura. I'll take it. Okay. I'm about getting more items. Hey. Like, these enemies have so much freaking health. Take this. Pulse. Doesn't quite look like it's time for Spirit Bomb. Let's move this a little bit closer. Do that. And Quicken. Little messy, it'll have to do. I think we want to be over here. Have all the enemies come this way. We didn't take damage, so everything crits. That looks relatively good. Yeah, bro, we have no damage. Yeah, I think we're dead here. Not sure I'm upset with the game or not. Like, I don't think that it's the game's fault, technically, but we did definitely get balled hard on the Vestige trade-up. Yeah, that should probably not be a green. Random +1s are not necessarily better than a bunch of whites. Especially when you're going into book 2 here. Yeah, there's really not much else that I can do. We'll live. We got that going for us. Not sure we want to live. Oh, you're in counter mode, aren't you? That's not good. Can't really move out anyways. I think now we're actually dead, now that I forgot about that entirely. Not really much that we can do to get out of here. Yeah. Quicken would be able to give us unlimited movement. We'd be able to get out of here, but we put it on cooldown, which is our bad. Yeah, at this point, yeah, we lost because of us. Anyways, hopefully the run was still educational, or at least entertaining. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, concerns, comments, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, we will catch you guys around.